I just wanted to ask that when you say when we build on a flat piece of barren land, what we are actually doing initially was that the piece was open to imagination, right? When it was barren. So why do we build at all when all that we're doing is killing our imagination to see something that we just can comprehend? So why do we build at all?
This question is probably you are answered when you even start this architectural course. There is a necessity to build because we have to fulfill all the functions. We need places to live in, we need places to visit a doctor, we need places to study. So there are these functions which have to be fulfilled. So the cause for building is, it cannot be avoided, it's inevitable. So we have to build something. Now how do we build is what we have in our hands, is up to us. So the degree of imagination that we can increase, or we can increase the focus of the degree of imagination by what we build, is what we have in our hands. So we have to build, that is inevitable, but yes, it's in our hands to control how we ask the users to engage with it. Coming back to Guni's question, you're true that I can say that you have to build it like this. Out of 100 people, 10 will like it, 90 won't like it. But what we are not saying that you build places for all 100 of them to like it. Well, we are just proposing or something that you just eliminate the factors by which more and more people will start liking it. If I build a tunnel, it should not be claustrophobic. Probably 1 out of 100 person is a psychotic and he likes the claustrophobic tunnel. What I have to try to do is, I have to eliminate all the factors that are existing in that tunnel, which will attract more and more people, and probably one day 90 out of 100 will come and like the tunnel. So we are not saying you build for 100%. You try and build for as much as you can and eliminate the factors which are not which do not evoke sensory engagement.
What we are suggesting is that since we as human beings are very basic instinct that we relate to simpler things easier, and that's a basic thing that we do. Even and the example that we pointed out, taking a very simple sum and a very complex sum. When we solve a simple sum, we solve it. It's like a spontaneous thing. And then when you have a complex sum, you try to simplify it. Why do you simplify it? It's quite evident that we relate to the simpler breakdown easier. That's why we're simplifying it. So our question is, if we relate to simpler things, why don't we just build simpler things and simpler buildings, which are phenomenological, that's a term that we use, which deals with our experiences, which suggests that experience is more important. So when we relate to simpler things, I mean, we are closer to being dealing with phenomenological aspects. So why do we build complex? Why do we just complicate things for ourselves when we can be so much more comfortable with easier things or simpler things? And about the building aspect of all, I mean, we have 3 basic needs: clothing, food, and shelter. So shelter is there, so we cannot avoid it. I guess it answers your question.